What up, YouTube? It's your girl, TT Shanell. You clicked the title, you read the page. Usually my energy is on 100, but like I said, you clicked the title, you read the page. Right, I got my flag on me right now. This is one of those ones. Now, I'm a little late with the news, and I want to apologize for that because I feel like I have an obligation to report news, especially like this. This is my community. Stuff like this, it just breaks me. It just breaks me. Now, I want you to hit that like button. I want you to stay informed of what's going on. I want you to drop a comment, and in that comment, I want you to say, rest in peace to O'Shea Sibley. All right? And I want you to hit that subscribe button. We're going to stay updated. We're going to stay informed. We're going to stay together. We're going to stay prayed up. Walk by faith, never by sight. No matter how ugly a situation looks, you got to look to God, and you got to walk by faith and know that God is going to make any situation better. And trust me, I know this is an ugly, horrible, disgusting situation. But I can assure you that O'Shea is in a better place. This story hit home because I wrote a song about 4 years ago. It's called Pride. And what motivated me to write that song was a young man named Nigel. He was bullied. He was a gay teenager and he was bullied. And then he committed suicide. So when I seen this on my timeline, it made me more than angry because it's like history is repeating itself. How can you hate a person? I'm getting emotional. How can you hate a person for who they love, for how they look, for what they do, for being themselves? Just strictly for being themselves. Only God can judge. And let me tell you something. When that day come, on Judgment Day, and all y'all people that had so much to say about gay people, you're going to see 85% of the problem ain't gay people. I promise you that. I want to get into this news clip to keep you guys informed of what's going on.
On Saturday, July 29th, at approximately 11:15 p.m., 70 precinct patrol officers were directed to the vicinity of Coney Island Avenue and Avenue P for multiple 911 calls reporting that a man had been stabbed at this location. Upon arriving at the scene, the officers encountered a male laying on the sidewalk behind you. He was suffering from a single stab wound to the left side of his ribcage. The victim was identified as Mr. O'Shea Sibley, male black, 28 years old, currently residing in Brooklyn. He was transferred to Maimonides Hospital, where he was pronounced dead at 12:33 in the morning. Detectives from the 70 Precinct Detective Squad and Brooklyn South Homicide Squad immediately responded to the scene. A witness and video canvas quickly yielded positive results. Recovered video showed that the victim and his friends being confronted by a group of males and being harassed. We can see on the video a heated verbal dispute quickly turns physical. This results in Mr. Sibley being stabbed one time, causing his death.
I don't understand. Wow. Nowadays, it's like we can't even use our words. And granted, certain words are unacceptable. Certain words should never be said. But I'd rather a person use their words than to physically hurt me. This young man was just dancing. He ain't bothering nobody. Dancing. You know why gay people so happy? Because we don't worry about you niggas the way you worried about us. We don't give a fuck. Get off our dicks. The real ones, the fake ones, the dildos, get off.
Mr. Sibley was traveling back home from New Jersey with 4 other...
And I hit home too. Because I done took that route many times. Being from Brooklyn, living in Jersey. Loving my city. I'm upset that this shit happened in my city. I done been to that gas station many
male
times.
friends when they stopped
I'm
for gas
disgusted.
at this mobile gas station. As they waited to refuel their vehicle, Mr. Sibley and his group began dancing to music that was being played in their car. At this point, a male called out to Mr. Sibley and his group, demanding that they stop dancing. Others joined this male.
And who the hell do you think you are? Talking about stop dancing. You know what it is? Niggas don't be right within themselves. That's what it is. You gotta be mad within yourself to get mad at another nigga for dancing. Something in you that triggered you, the person that did this crime. And you need to work on yourself. And I hope when you in jail, you do work on yourself. Because this is New York City. New York City has over 36,000 cameras. How I know that? You should know that too.
As the group began to yell at Mr. Sibley and his friends, they began to call him derogatory names and use homophobic slurs against him. They also made anti-black statements, all while demanding that they simply stop dancing. This encounter lasts for approximately 4 minutes, when the victim and the known perpetrator come together. This perpetrator retreats away from Mr. Sibley while striking him one time with a sharp object,
like, come on, you had to do all of that? Like, all of that?
piercing his chest
all of
and
that?
damaging his heart. Mr. Sibley falls to the sidewalk while the perpetrator flees the scene in a Toyota Highlander. Detectives were able to quickly identify the suspect of this crime with the assistance of other city agencies, the NYPD Hate Crimes Unit, the School Safety Division, field intelligence officers, and our partners at the Kings County District Attorney's Office. The suspect is identified as a male, 17 years of age. He resides in Brooklyn, and he attends in
Did you
the
hear
Kings
that?
County District Attorney's Office. The suspect is identified as a male, 17 years of age.
17 years of age. Boy, why you got so much hate in your heart at 17?
Resides in Brooklyn, and he attends a nearby high school. Members of the NYPD Fugitive Enforcement Unit and the U.S. Marshals Regional Fugitive Task Force were assigned with the task of locating and apprehending this individual. Their efforts led to his apprehension yesterday. He has been charged with murder too, and
Maturing is realizing some of you niggas belong in jail. Maturing is realizing some of you niggas belong in jail. Throw away the key. Throw away the key. I think 17, if I'm not mistaken, at 17, you charged as an adult in New York. If I'm not mistaken, you can get charged as an adult.
is being charged as a hate crime and criminal possession of a weapon. He has been remanded. Now I'd like to introduce Lee Soldier Simmons.
Listen, man. Shit like this really pisses me off. And this is why I smoke so much. I go through this shit. I see this shit on my timeline all the time. But this hit home. This hit home. The names being slightly similar. This shit just hit home, man. I want to say to all my people in my community, this man was 28 years old. The suspect who allegedly did it is 17. Now, we all know who's wrong in this situation. But I want to give this advice before I go. Learn when to walk away. Learn when to accept that people just never gonna accept us the way we want them to. And just be happy that God woke us up that day. And let that be enough to not respond. Learn when to walk away. When you can. Learn when to get up out of there. find a way to get up out of there the best way you can. These people are out to hurt us, and they don't want to argue. They don't want to play fair. So again, I'm going to say it again. To my people and my community, we have to learn that God waking us up that day is more than enough. And you don't have to love me, because God woke me up. So that means he ain't done with me. So I don't care what you say. And we need to learn when to walk away. We need to learn when to get up out of situations when we need to. I want to say rest in peace to the victim. This young man was very talented. Upon doing all my research on him, shout out to Beyonce, shout out to Halle Berry. They gave shout outs. They, spreading positive words. I just want to show a few clips of how talented he really is. May he rest in peace. He is in a far, far better place. Y'all hit that subscribe. I'm out.